hopefully now you can hear me. I don't know what's going on with this thing, but it just blotted out everything. So I'm here early because Lisa finished early, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to jump on. And I'm going to show you the bits that we're going to use, which are some of the new bits that I got for some DT work. And I'm going to show you the cards that I made, actually, because I'm going to start posting them this week. So these are some of the cards that I've made with that, and you can see here I've done some foiling because, you know, foiling is gorgeous, and I foiled that background. It does look really pretty. You can kind of see like the texture. There you go, that really does show it up. Is the foil right there. And I've yet to put a sentiment on this one, but you can see where it catches the light that I foiled the centre of that snowflake, which I really like. It's quite pretty. I feel it is very, very pretty. And we've got, why am I showing it to that camera? And we've got this one. So how I managed to do this was with some mylar. So what I did was I actually cut the die out in mylar, and I have it for all of the parts of the die, and I can use it however I like. So yes, I think that is pretty good at the level of what those are. I'm going to grab a card blank and start making. So I won't be just a quick second whilst I grab a card blank. So we're going to do a 5x7. And we're going to be using these lovely bits. I'm just going to get a piece of cardstock. It's so amazing that I could just spin around and get everything that I need. Because everything's so super duper close to me now. It's not all over the place, which is really nice. Let's have a look. We've got a nice bit of blue textured cardstock there. And you know what, I'm going to go against myself, because normally I do things on watercolour and I have an obsession with using watercolour. But tonight, I think I'm going to use some of my Nina some of my Nina Super Smooth cardstock, and we're going to see how that fares. So I'm going to bring in some different bits of mixed media bits. I know I love mixed media and I've got a problem. Hi Trish, welcome on in, my lovely. I hope you are doing well. I'm just gathering some bits together, and I just showed the cards that I made. You know what, that needs to get turned off because that's just annoying and hot. So these are the cards that I made for samples, which I didn't get to post in. So we've just gone through those quickly, but I did make some samples, and we're going to use some of the Cadence bits with the snowflake because I've done the stencils and everything for it on the Nina cardstock. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like them. I just need to find myself the bits and bobs that I'm going to need to do this with. So we've got that, and that. And I was going to use some explosion powders because, you know, I'm kind of going a bit all on the mixed media at the moment. And I don't want green, I definitely want blue. I just can't remember where I've put it. I bet it's at the back. It's usually where these things end up when I want them. You know what, actually, I'm going to use that one. I'm going to use the Silver Surprise Shimmer. And if I can figure out where it is, I'm going to use the blue. That's chalk white. Summer blue. There we go. And you know what? I'm just going to kind of and this will make like several backgrounds. I'm just going to bring in my cloth to help dry that up a little bit quicker, because we don't want that sitting, because this is going to do a whole lot of and I'm just going to make a big sheet of this because I can, well, one, I can, and two, because I can use it to make multiple cards. Now I've got a bit overboard with this, so let's see what happens, because I think it's going to get messy. But that's what we want, right? I'm just going to encourage that to kind of just swirl around towards the bottom. Just swirling, because I want it to go kind of everywhere. Swirly, swirly. It really doesn't want to go down to that corner, does it? And there we go. I'm just going to, because it's going to give it some texture, just use my cloth to pull up some of that. And that actually activated the green that was on my cloth. So we have an ice blue background with splodges of what can only be described as green. And it was meant to be a blue background, but hey ho. And you can actually see in some of the places, I can't see if the light's catching it, but there is some of that silver still sat on the card, which is really nice. Well, the paper. And you know what, actually, I'm going to go over that with a sparkle. Do I do sparkle spray, or do I go over it with my Cadence paste? Now, I think that got a little bit too much the last time I used it, so I'm going to use a sparkly spray. And I've kind of got one that's blue, I think. Mystical Sky. We're going to use Mystical Sky. Oh, bless you. Well, I'm glad that you like the idea of it, and that I managed to make it look slightly less daunting. I'm just going to heat dry this. Hi Lise, welcome on in my lovely, I hope you're well. I'm going into a heat drying coma here, aren't I? But hopefully you can see what this has done to the paper. So I'm hoping you can see all that shine. It's still a little bit wet. I'm behaving for the most part. I'm being good. I'm being a good boy. I'm always a good boy. And there we go. We've got that lovely paper to be starting something pretty off with. Now, what am I thinking? See, I wish I had an embossing folder with snowflakes on it. Pardon? I am behaving. I'm a very good boy. It's a true story. Some people wouldn't believe it, but I believe it's a true story. Right. So we've got our 5x7 card blank. I'm going to cut down these. So not. Yeah, not. Yeah, pretty much. 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. And there we are, we've got that. Now, what did I do with my card blank? It's right there. I found it, did it. Right. Glue. That would be handy, wouldn't it? Yeah, it probably is not. Oh, Popsicle. Oh, I love little Popsicle. She's so pretty. She's a lovely puppy. I don't know if those of you on Facebook might have seen the other day. I actually wrote on Paola's post because she was talking about all the glues and that Lisa's is the best one she's used, and I said, well, I was a Cosmic Shimmer girl, through and through, absolute Cosmic Shimmer girl. And then Lisa sent me this. My Cosmic Shimmer glue is now in a box. And this is on my desk. So yeah, make of that what you will. Right. I just hope I don't skank the paper when I'm doing this. Yeah, it's in the box in the cupboard. It's a true story. So this needs to be 4.5 by 6.5. 4.5. Just make sure we line that up right. 4.5, because we want it straight. Haha, that's going to skank the paper. Let's see if I can get it to do it from this end. Nope. It skanked the paper. I have to wait for that to dry, which hopefully shouldn't take too long considering we're in the sweat box of summer. I can't believe that. That's really ever so slightly annoying. I was hoping it would have dried faster. Nope. I've literally just started, Pam. So you're here with plenty of time, my darling. And I started an hour early. My guillotine is down there. It's over there, down there. I just want to make sure I don't waste this bit of paper. I want it to be fully dry. Mr. Timmy hasn't arrived yet. Thank you for reminding me of that. I need to check and make sure when it's going to get here. I'm very annoyed because that woman was very quick to take my money. I'm just going to double check that because hopefully this woman hasn't taken my money and run. No, she's... So what, it was Tuesday? I mean, really, she should have sent it by now. We'll worry about that later. Anyway, let's go for the big boy. Let's get that out. Because when all else fails, go big or go home, right? Actually, I don't know if I might be able to make that work. Can I make that work? Can I make that work? There we are. Let's see if we can make that work. 4.5 by 6.5. Hooray! And I didn't use a bit of the skank paper and we've got all of that left. I'm not in my normal time zone, so my brain is functioning less than normal. Oh no, yeah, getting old does stink. I mean, I could attest to that. Getting old really does stink. Right, now, what we can do, that's fabulous, we've got that. Now let's do some work to it. No worries, Emma. I hope you have a good rest of your evening, my lovely. And thank you for popping in. It's greatly appreciated, my dear Linz. Right. So, these stencils were all made from the die. So I'm a bit of a weirdo like that. So I make masks, I make stencils, I do all of that kind of thing. Because I love doing the mixed media. So everything was produced from the die. So I've got outlines, I've got, yeah. You know what, I really do wish I had some nice Christmas stamps, because then I could stamp in here. Even though I made it in time, I'm not going to stay. I'm in desperate need of a nap. No worries, love. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you for popping in, Pam. See you soon. Yeah, I wish I had some nice, like, Lisa's backgroundy stamps. I could have done a backgroundy thing. But never mind. I mean, there's not really anything stopping me from doing that, is there? Because I'm not doing it for a design team. For a design team card. But then I do want to show it off on the Facebook group, so I've got to use Lisa things. Right. So what I think I'm going to do is put that in the middle there. And I'm going to get some of my finger daubers out. If I remember where I put them, which is right here. Just doing that. Okay. And I'm going to get out my one of my inks, which is going to be the Frozen Icicles. I'm just going to pick it up on the finger dauber. And then I'm going to daub around the outside of the stencil. Oh, thank you. Yeah, they're quite cool, aren't they? I bought them from Emu. Right, so if we put that on there and take that off, we should have something that looks a little bit like that. And it's given it a nice little outline. You know what? I need to go back in for that bit because I didn't go around it enough. So I'm just going to reline that back up. I didn't do it strongly enough. There we are. And there we go. We've got that lovely. It kind of looks a bit like how do you explain? It kind of looks like spray painted, but not spray painted. I really like the look of it. I think it's quite cool. So what I'm going to do now is just line up my stencil. And I've already pre-prepared this with a bit of stick and spray, repositionable spray. And what I'm going to grab, I believe I should have a silver. Oh, look, there it is. I've got a silver 3D pearl stick. But apparently all the other pearl sticks wanted to say hello at the same time. So it was very kind of them, but they're not desired at the moment. And let's just do that. Now you can see me, it's bright as day. Oh, let's turn that down a little bit because that's a bit... There we are, that's better. So you can see everything and there's not too much shadowy going on either. Right, so I'm using my silver 3D and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply a generous blob of it to my glass mat. And again, because I'm in that kind of mood, I'm just going to pick it up with my finger dauber. And there doesn't have to be any exact rhyme or reason to this. Because it's going to look the same anyway. I put down another generous blob. I mean, look at what it's done to that finger dauber. She is a sparkly finger dauber. And like I say, it doesn't really matter because we want that messy mixed meadery look, don't we? I'm just going to peel that away. Wow, look at that. I know I went a bit over, but that is stunning. And I'm going to show you why it doesn't really matter, because what we're going to do is, he says, we're going to die cut another. We're going to die cut a snowflake to go over it. But what I'm going to do just quickly is, because that will clog up my snowflake, and nobody wants a clogged up. Nobody wants a clogged up snowflake. That's quite funny. Oh. It's just clear. I know I'm a right menace for this, but I have to have clean things. Right. So now what we're going. Oh, I just love that. It's mad, isn't it? I just think it's so pretty. As I was spackly. And now I need to grow up. Right, let's get rid of that bit as well. Because the great fun about mixed media is that it gets everywhere, and then there are times where you don't want it to get everywhere. Right, so we have that. Now, ooh, that's an idea. Right, let's get the scrap pack. And I'm hoping I still have a piece of... I do. And I'm just going to get the 2 central dies. Line them up. Well, actually, if I just use that. This is a very well loved magnetic plate. I wouldn't normally use this die cutting machine for this. I'd normally use my hand crank, but it's right there, and I'm feeling a bit lazy tonight. So there we go. You can vouch for it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And this will give us our lovely snowflake that's come out everywhere except for that tiny little corner. What a bugger of lumpkins. Right. Of course it would. Why wouldn't it? Right, that's fine. We can fix that. It's okay. You know what, actually it's not, and I'm not happy with that at all. I don't know what's wrong with this die cutting machine sometimes. I'm going to get rid of all of that and I'm going to cut it again because I'm not happy with that. Right. That's very annoying. Hopefully I can get it to fit into that piece. Maybe that piece. Can I get it to fit into that piece? No, I can't. Right. Well, I'm hoping this time we have no abject failures. But this is real life crafting, it's what happens. I don't pretend to be perfect, because I never shall be. And there we go. We've got what we actually needed this time. Super smashing great. That one can go in the bin. I was fussy cutting, but I decided that the fussy cutting was not good enough. So I'm just going to scrape up all these lovely little bits off of my magnet mat and throw them in the bin. Right, there we are. That's those done. And then all I need to do is just poke out those last few bits with a pokey tool. Pop, pop, pop. There we are. Come on. Come on. Now I want that to have a little bit of shine as well, but I don't want it to detract too much from what's going on around it, because I will line this up with what we've already put down. And we'll stick that down over there. We will be going on a jolly to the bin tomorrow. And you can see it through that. Now, I want it to also be a bit shiny. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my natural pearl ink pad. And I just put that in the wrong place. Well done, me. Super smashing great. So my natural pearl ink pad. And I'm just going to go over the top of a snowflake. And then when I bring it up to you, you can see that it just adds that nice gentle sparkle. And it's not too much, because we don't want it to be too much. Because we love much. We do love much. And I'm just going to go over that with my tape runner. Oh, Adelaide, welcome on in. And a big hello from the UK to you in Germany. I hope you're having a wonderful evening, my lovely. There we are. And then we have something that looks a little bit like that. Oh, I've got sparkles and stuff everywhere. Right, let's get rid of some of that. Now, I'm going to bring back in the mask, if I can figure out what I've done with that finger dauber that I just had, because there should be some leftover ink on it, but I don't know where I put it because my desk has become a mess. And it's not good when it's a mess. Let's pop those back. It's not good when a desk becomes a mess. I want that one. Silly boy. Right. Try and unmask the desk. There we are. I think that's as unmasked as it's going to get. And I still don't know what I've done. Oh, I put it back in the... Did I put it back in the bag? I must have done. So, Creative Spirit is Lise. She's one of my oldest friends. She's the whole reason why I got into crafting in the first place. And I do blame her vehemently for it. And I will continue to do so. It's all her fault. I was an innocent 18-year-old. I was an innocent 18-year-old. And we used to work in a department store together. She worked on the arts and crafts department and I worked in the textiles department. And we'd become friends, so I went over to say hello to her one evening when I had a spare couple of minutes. And I said to her, "What's all this about then?" And here we are 20 years later. Well, 21 years later, actually, because, yes, I'm 39 now. Oh, I feel so old. And you know what? I'm not going to add anything to those little outsidey bits because I think that really makes it show off. And what I might do is just work those side bits in a bit. Take off that. And there we go. Yeah, she is off her trolley. I don't think we need to add anything to those outside bits. I think that does. It's kind of a thing that I've gotten obsessed with doing recently. I don't know why, but I love doing the masking off the edge type thing and making things look like they're... Oh, Lise knows all about you, Trish. She knows all about you. Oh. So Trish is on. Trish is the one that I've spoken to you about. At least that's also on the DT. Right. Now, what are we going to do with you? What are we going to do with you? We're going to have to do some sentiments and look at these really, really cool sentiments. Now, I'm thinking we could use some of the blue paper because I've got a small block of it. And I think the most appropriate sentiment for this is going to be Holiday Sparkle. So what I'm going to do is just grab my Better Press. One Better Press. One hand crank die cutting machine. So these sentiments are new from Lisa Horton. You can get them on her website, which is thatcraftplace.co.uk. She's shipping to the US again, so US friends, it's all US friendly and stuff. I don't know actually about these dies if they can go, but I'm pretty sure they can. So I'm going to go on there. With that. Gaz encouraged me to get a few bits from Lisa Horton, so now I've got lots of her. Yeah, I did kind of do that, didn't I? So, hopefully, if we put that on there, that should cover. Oh, perfect. Let's just bring it down a little bit, though. So if anybody watched my lesson the other day about the Better Press, you'll know that I've put some dotty tape on this. I think I think I've had the same effect on her that you had on me, Lise. It's spreading. Right, there we go. We're just going to run that through the press. It's not showing up as I'd like. I thought it was going to do a bit of a better job than that. My mistake. It's okay because we've still got metallic inks. And I can pop that off in the bin and we'll use this one. And I'm just going to quickly trim it down. I don't know, Lise, would you say I'm a bad influence but a good friend? I mean, you've got the most experience. I've got some other stuff I want to show you guys as well before I'm finished. And we might have a little play with them too. Right, have I got that the right way up? No, I haven't. Good job I looked at that. Well done. Now let's just flip that over. There we are, that's there waiting for me. And I'm going to grab we want the silver. Let's try silver shine. We're going to try silver shine. Definitely. We are more like family. Oh, there we go, and through we go. How long we've been friends? It goes back to when Dawn Bibby used to be on QVC. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Well, I remember when I came over to your flat and we were crafting. You remember when I used to have that little pink trolley that all my craft stuff fitted into? So, yeah, all of my craft stuff when I was 18 fitted into a little pink trolley. And I used to take it over to Lisa's flat and we would sit and make stuff for hours. I don't know what's going on with that, but that's beginning to concern me greatly. Yeah, now look at me. It certainly doesn't fit in a... It certainly doesn't fit in a little pink trolley anymore, does it? There we are. Oh, thank you so much, love. I really appreciate that. I mean, in the last couple of years, I've got to say, I've come along a lot where crafting's concerned. And now I have this wonderful YouTube channel where I have all my friends. All of my friends come and see me. You need a big pink truck these days. Yes, I do, Mark. Yes, I do. That's the first time you've ever commented on my live. Thank you very much. Oh, I wouldn't say I've surpassed the master. It would be a nice thought if I had, but... Okay, well, I've just put that together on the wonk. A glittery pink truck. All right, let's not go too far. Where is it? Holiday Sparkle. That's the one I wanted. And now we've got all of these lovely sentiments that we can pop out and use for any Christmassy occasion. Oh, you're driving it. Does that mean you're going to be my manager? Like my manager that drives the bus? I'm not a HBG chat virgin anymore. No, you're not. You are not. And thank you for talking. I really do appreciate it. I can't tell you all how much, I mean, I say it every time I'm live. I can't tell you how much I appreciate every single one of you for being here. Because it makes a massive difference to me not sat talking to myself. It does make a wonderful difference for me. I do that anyway. Yeah, you're right. I do sit and talk to myself, which is, I don't know. Would anybody consider that strange? I mean, as crafters, do we consider it strange that one of us would sit and talk to ourselves for hours on end? Oh no, I just knocked over the thing I was going to show you all. Gosh darn it. Glad you can't kick me right now. Well, yeah. But I wouldn't do that anyway, and you know I wouldn't. I'd wait till I see you and then I'd get you back when you least expect it. The heck? Okay. Only one of them peeled. I mean, it's a bit weird, but you know. Yeah, we do both do it. We're a bit crazy like that. Oh, here we go. And there we are. We've got our lovely holographic and shiny. It's a lot of shine. I don't think my lights can keep up with it. And my camera can't. But we've got that lovely sparkle and shine all across the card. And the lovely sentiment there saying Holiday Sparkle. I think it's a really nice little card. But anyway, so I wandered into the local Tesco's the other day. Let me bring that light and that camera down a bit. Because all you're seeing is this tiny little head. So I wandered. I wandered into the local Tesco's the other day, and what should I see on the shelf but this? And I'm expecting Lise to have a mental breakdown in 3, 2, 1. Janine, welcome on in. How are you, my lovely? I've not seen you in so long. I hope you are doing well. It's great to see you, my darlings. I did so. So I picked... Oh no, these aren't for you, honey. These are for me. But I knew you'd have a breakdown. Oh! That was slightly painful, and I shook the entire setup. I am so sorry. Oh, I do apologise. That was... Yeah, I think Pam will like them. So I was thinking maybe we should do a card using the rest of this background and these lovely little stamps, maybe, perhaps. Oh, summer is an absolute... Yeah. It is an absolute bunghole. It is the new release that has come with, that came in Creative Stamping magazine. So I've got the magazine just over here, issue 164 of your creating stamping. Blah, 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 blah. Your Creative Stamping magazine. I'm so sorry, I've lost the plot. Oh, dearie me. Oh, what can we do? What can we do? So, actually, that's not a bad idea. I'm going to prepare one thing. I've just got to grab it. We're going to do a DL card. Bet you weren't expecting that, were you? Have I got a big enough piece of... I'm just trying to look through my scrappy doodles before I commit to cutting more card. That I don't think I have. I do apologise about this, guys. I'm just picking up a piece of card off the floor. Oh, what a great idea. Oh, that is a fabulous idea. Right. We're not going to use that. We're not going to use it. We're going to use something else. We're going to use something else. It's going to be exciting. It's exciting. Right. Oh no, that's far too light. We need a slightly darker green than that. We need to pull out the other pack of textured card. Because, you know, I don't have enough things. Look. I mean, once I do what I'm going to do to it, yeah, that'll be fine. There we go, just popping that back away. And we're going to bring down that. Oh, I can't wait to use it. I am so naughty. Right. So I've got a great idea. And we are going to use a bit of this as backing as well for the card. But look at what I'm going to do. Is that the right side? Oh no, I did it on the wrong side. Darn it. I don't know if you can see that, but I've just turned it into a sparkly textured cardstock using my verdigris ink from Lisa Horton. Right, so this is actually going to be our matte layer. So what we need to do first is cut the not matte layer. So we need an 8 by 3 3/4. So 3 3/4. Ah! Of course it would do that. Why wouldn't it? By 8. Which gives us a perfect matte layer. Then we want 3.5 by 7 3/4. What will we get? Pop you go. And we can see there how that matte layer, oh my god, isn't that just cool? That is so cool. But before we do anything to it, I'm just going to go round. I'm going to do the cheaty way. I'm just going to go around the edge with my black ink pad. Very lightly, darlings. You don't want to do this too hard, or otherwise, you know, you make a mess of it. Just gently. And yes, I'm trying to convince myself. Slick measury cuts. Oh yes. Oh yes, slick measury cuts here. We don't do none of these half-baked measury cuts. And there we go. That helps it stand out that little bit more. So cool. Right. Now. Oh. Oh, do I bring in an ending embossing folder? Because I got some ending embossing folders. Let's have a look at my my DL embossing folders, if there is one that is appropriate. Because I don't think there is. No, not an appropriate A3 one. Not A3DL. Never mind. I don't know. I mean, I don't think anywhere makes her. I'm going to go and lurk mode for a bit. I'm going to watercolour sheets to do back. Oh, nice. Oh, thank you. I'm just glad you're hanging around. And I'm glad that you enjoy the colour. Right. So next thing is next. We're going to stick this down. Because we're not going to do anything with the... I don't know. Should we? I'm going to have a look at my... I've got things. I mean, there are things that I can use. I'm thinking... Where is it? Aha. I'm kind of thinking of using this embossing folder. But I don't know if it's... Yeah, it's going to overhang, and I don't want it. No, wait, that's the wrong piece, Gareth. Yeah, I don't want an overhang. Then it'll just look silly with a silly overhang. I did want to. You know what? Actually, I'm going to get my other green ink out and make that a bit deeper. So, I do also have winter fur. That's better. That makes me feel a lot better. So you've got a distinct difference in the colour of green. Right, let's put... what was I going to do with that now? Right, I'm not going to do the embossing folder thing because it's not going to work and it will look silly. Yeah, so we're going to leave the background as is. Think that's plenty enough done to it. I just need to wipe whatever that is there away because it's starting to get on my hands and everything else. Right, so we have that. Now we're going to stamp out oh gosh, this is a bit of a... Come on, off you come. Now I'm going to do 3 of these. I would love to know how they did that, but, you know. These are quite squidgy. Quite a nice jade style. Yes, it was until I ruined it. Right, so I'm going to pop that matte layer there, and I'm going to pop that over there, because the next thing we're going to do is super duper importante because I don't know how the frick reading Roy I'm going to make this work, but I'm going to. Right. Let's get out a nice piece of watercolour cardstock. We're going back to my old faithful. And it's not because I've got a massive block of it in there at all. Right. And I'm going to just trim that down to about 3.5, which I think is about roughly the same size as the stamp. I was wrong. I should have cut it to 4. And just to be extra sure, I'm going to cut it to 4.25. And I'm going to pick up that finger doorbell. There we are. I just want to make sure I can get at least 2 out of that, which I can because I want 3, which is fine. We want 3 and we'll do it. It's going to happen. Right, here we go. Stamping platform. Put that down there. Line that up. Pop that there. Now, as with all new stamps, you should always go over them first with a watermark ink. I'm using this one because I'm not very fond of it. It gets abused for all of my new stamps, as you can tell. It's very abused. Right. That should have helped prepare the stamp for stamping. Let's bring in our pressure tool. My own, handcrafted by Gaz, homemade. I really need to update it for the new streamery. Just pull that up a bit because we don't want to see. Yes. Every time I use my Lisa Horton metallic inks, I think of you and smile and then laugh. We've both been bit by the Lisa Horton ink bug and I can't remember. Oh, we have. I mean, like, I could show you. That is all of my Lisa Horton inks up there. And I've not got one that I haven't not got anything that's... I've got them all. Everything that's released. Because, you know, I don't have a problem. And I think that this is going to end up with me doing some fussy cutting. I'm not very pleased with myself. What have I done? Silly boy. It's okay though. And there we are. Give that a good rubbing over with the pressure tool. And we'll give it a little bit more ink because it needs it. I'm pleased you think of me when you use your inks though. That's really sweet. There we are. So that's the first 2 done. And we only need to do one more. I'm just going to line that up. Don't fold over on yourself, you ninny. Let's line that up with the next line. Okay, halfway through the next line. And then I don't have to move the stamp. Fabulous! It's almost like I planned it. I don't plan anything. I mean, I plan lives. That's pretty much all I do. Plan. That is. And there we go. Pressure tool. Now, magazine stamps are usually a bit less of better quality. I wouldn't expect to have to do this twice on every single one, but you know, magazine stamps, what you're going to do. They are freebies. And now I've got to do fussy cutting. God help us all. Right, so that's that stamp done with. Put that on there, put that down there so it's out of the way. Get that out of sight. And we're going to start fussy cutting. Fussy cutting. Let's so I'm not the best at fussy cutting. I don't know if any of you know, but I'm a left-handed nightmare. I have no business doing fussy cutting. So if anybody wants to distract me whilst I'm doing this awful nonsense, I would be very pleased. Because this is nonsensery. Maybe I should use a smaller scissors, but I like the feel of these ones because they're a lot. They're just so easy to. They're a lot easier on my hand. And fussy cutting is a blinking nightmare. But I don't think I'm doing too badly. All things considered. I don't think everybody wants to sit and watch me do this 3 times. So what I'll do is I'll do this one. We'll get it on the front of the card. And then what I'll do tomorrow is I'll post on my Instagram The finished article, how's that? It's a shame we can't speed me up. For those watching on the replay, enjoy speeding me up, won't you? Because I know I will. There we are. I hope everybody's doing okay whilst watching me do this awful fussy cutting. I don't know why I get myself into these things. And I bet my tongue's like making its way all around my face. That's what happens when I concentrate on something. I am naughty. There we are. Oh, that one's a bit too close. There we are. Oh my, I think I got lost there. So I will finish cutting and I will decorate this one, because this is going to be the one that we're going to put centrally in the card. The other two I'm going to cut out and cut Snoopy out of the middle because I want them just as the Reeves. Oh, and we're almost done. I'll just go nip into there. Nip in far enough, it would seem. There we are. So, and there we are, guys. Oh, hello, Angela. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well, my lovely. Thank you so much for being here. So I've just fussy cutted that lovely little Snoopy. I've got 2 more that I'm going to do, but I'm going to do them off screen unless you guys want me to carry on. I mean, I don't mind either way. I'm quite happy to either do it or not. But I do want to decorate at least one, and then I can either put the picture up on Instagram tomorrow of the finished card. And you can all see it. It'll be super cool. But what I would like to do... Oh, I was very happy to get this yesterday, but not opened it. Oh, I'm so glad you've got it. I'm going to come in with my mulled wine. Right, I'm just going to move that off to the side because I need my space here. And I've just put down some of my mulled wine metallic ink. I went round 3 supermarkets to find it. And I eventually found it in the big Tesco because, you know, should have just gone there in the first place. I mean, it's big Tesco. Right, I'm going to paint that bow. And I'm just going to go over the whole thing lightly first. And then I'm going to bring in some more of the neater colour. Oh. So that's a nice red bow. Now I don't know what colour we should do all the sweeties, because there's all sorts of sweeties around here, isn't there? Let's go with... I'm going to use a bit of sunshine, because I know it's not exactly a Christmassy colour, but kind of makes it stand out a bit, doesn't it? Because we've got 3 of those. Just going to build up the colour on them a bit because we want them to stand out really nicely. Pop that down over there and pick up some more of the red. I want that to be a bit brighter, especially over the middle. I like your setup. I think I need to investigate. Oh, okay. What would you like to know about my setup? Oh, and of course we've got the little birdie because he's the little birdie, so he has to be. So I use a Razer Kio for my face cam, and because one of my Razer Kios broke, I bought a generic HD camera from Sainsbury's at the Argos in there. But I do need to replace it with something better because it's not great. Right, I do need a redder red. And I know that's a really silly thing to say. But I don't think I have a redder red. A Razer Kio. Kio. or Kieo. It's something like that. Hello, Delise. Welcome on in, my lovely. How are you doing? I wanted a deeper red. Why don't I have a deeper red? I thought I had a deeper red. Sunshine, lollipops and rainbows in a dream, and I'm going slightly insane. It's just not coming out red enough. It's okay. I know what to do. Right, let's get a bit of... I don't like doing it, but I'll just... You know what? I'm just going to hope and pray. Hope and pray. I love painting with inks. There we are. In bed, waking up from a nap. Oh, bless your heart. I hope you had a nice nap. Third degree. Put that in the wrong hole because that's meant to go there. Which I actually want that one down because I'm hoping, because what says Christmas more than spearmint, like kind of green spearmint sweeties? Am I right? Or am I wrong? Feel free to correct me if you think I'm wrong. I thought maybe these in green would help make a little bit more Christmassy. Oh, your brat child woke you up by accident. Yeah, it's always an accident. And I just kind of want to incorporate a bit of green, really. Let's get some more of that down. There we are. So a little bit of spritzy. I love painting with inks because I'm a lunatic. There we are. I'm just going to clean off the green. Clean off the green. And lift up all that. I know it's a waste, but you know. Right, and what I need to bring back down is the mulled wine and coastline. So let's get a good bit of that red down. And because we've got some really small sweeties, that are just 2 of them, I wanted to make them red so that they stand out a bit differently. And did I go overboard with putting down that red? Yes, heck I did. And I've probably just done it with the blue as well. Now I want this blue to be really, really light, because all I'm going to do is just gently wash . Just a nice gentle wash. so that it takes the starkness of the white card behind it away. That's all I want. It's a nice gentle wash. There we go. How cool is that? I will definitely get to crafting with this tomorrow. I had a bit of time off crafting, which would be perfect. Oh, bless. You just zoomed in on what you're doing. You got him. You got the magazine. Yes, I did. I went round a lot of shops to get him. I went round a heck of a lot of shops. And you know what? Do I want to use blue for the little wrappery bits? You know what? I'm going to. Sod it. Okay, I need to put down a little bit of water, because that got a bit too... Oh, I think that ruins it, really. What do you guys think? Do you think the blue on the wrappers annoys... Hi, Deborah. Welcome on in. How are you doing? It's been a hot minute. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm going to do the wrappery bits blue anyway. Some of them are already blue. So I might as well just follow through with it. Oh my gosh, the hairline cut on that. Right, there we are. And I didn't do two of the red sweeties. I didn't realise that they were there. The cheeky little devils were hiding from me. Can you believe such a thing? Just to get that to... Why is that dragging around red? There we are. Just do that and just give them a bit of extra shadowing. There we are. Yeah, these were free with the magazine, Janine. They came free with the magazine. I've ruined him a little bit, but I've tried saving him. It's all good. Now, I'm going to do the next one. Nobody's going to thank me for doing that, are they? I am so sorry, but I am going into a cutting coma. I am so sorry, guys. I'm probably getting screamed at. What's the name of the magazine? The magazine is Creative Stamping Magazine, and it's issue 164. Wowzers, trousers. Well, that's the thing. I did a thing. That is crazy. I do apologise about the noise. Unfortunately, I moved. There we are. Right, there we are. Hopefully my fussy cutting is going to go a bit quicker this time. I'm going to stay up late. Isn't that cool? We don't have magazines like... No, we don't have magazines anywhere like what we used to. Here the war takes place at Barnes & Noble. Does it? Ryan, that is Glitter Grunge Greetings, is it? I think he was, wasn't he? Yeah, unfortunately I live on a... Well, it's a side street, but everybody uses it as a quick way round, which is really annoying. Because it's meant to be a one-way street, but there's no way it could ever be a one-way street. Because people live here and we have parking spaces. Yes, that's what I've gotten in the past. I've gotten into that. Yes, that's what I have gotten in the past. I'm going to have to leave a little early to pick up my daughter and hit Walmart on the way. Oh, bless you. Well, I don't mind if you need to leave early. It's absolutely fine, sweetheart. Like I said, I'm just grateful that there are people here and I'm not sat talking to myself, because that does no one any good. You know what? Actually, I'm going to trim. I'm going to trim that one off because I can. I just need to make sure that I do both of them the same. Here we go. And up and around. Ah! I know it's a bit of fussy cutting, isn't it? It's quite a lot of fussy cutting. But stay the course with me, guys. Please, I promise it's going to look great when it's done. There we go. And then around. There are people, I'm sure. ECR and I are going live. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, if you want, I can wrap up here, and if you guys are happy, I could join you guys for a bit. I have no idea how I would sleep with all those eyes on me. Miss Deborah, if you're still here, our message ECR. Oh, not till 7. What time is 7? I don't know what time is 7 in my time. No, mine is in like 4 hours. Oh, okay. I'll shut up then, and I thought you were going to go and go live. That's why I said I'll wrap up here. And if you wanted, I could have come and joined you guys. But okay. And if I remember correctly, I chopped that one off. Be very, very careful. There we are. Oh, 1 a.m. my time. Oh, damn. Okay, that's fine then. I won't rush. I won't rush. I'll just carry on. As I was. Right, okay, so I tripped that bit off too. Right, okay, we'll leave that one on there then, because I was sorry, I just got caught checking the other side of the cutting. Yeah, I don't think I need to be awake at 1 a.m. my time. I think I need to go to sleep before then. Although I'll tell you what, my sleep apnea mask, because I've got a CPAP machine. Oh my god, I've never lived such luxury of like actually feeling awake when I'm awake. It's kind of why a lot of my YouTubing dropped, because I was just getting so tired, and I was tired all of the time, and I just couldn't figure out why, because I was having like, you know, hours and hours of sleep, and in the end I just couldn't keep up with doing lives, and now my YouTube channel's not quite what it once was, but I'm hoping I can build it back up. I'm kind of hoping that people out there are still people out there that want to watch and see what I do and join in and all those happy things, because we love all of that business. And we all love more friends, right? That little pointy bit off because it's not meant to be pointy. It's not meant to be pointy. Oh, I've just chopped round that when I should have just gone around like that. Because that's what I'm doing with these ones. There we are. Fussy cutting complete. Oh, hey! Hey, Casma Taz, how are you doing, my lovely? Welcome on in. It's so lovely to see you. So, the crafty chimp here is Caroline. She is another good friend of mine, actually. I see her as a good friend. I don't know, she might see me as a pain in the backside, but I see her as a good friend. Oh. I have so many good crafty friends. Oh, thank you so much, Angela. I genuinely really appreciate it. I can't thank you enough. Poor Snoopy's getting removed. So whatever I did on the other one, I need to make sure I replicate on this one. Again, I do apologise about the noise, guys. That's my neighbours. They don't my neighbours are lovely. Could be cool because they had the magazines I bought for them. I hope I wrote it correctly. Now you as lovely jubbly, how can my craft show buddy be anything other than a good friend? Oh, thank you, sweet. Oh, I'm so pleased. Oh, thank you, Deborah. It's been a while. It's been a little while, and now that I actually feel alive when I'm awake, I don't know how to describe it, because unless you've been through it, you kind of don't. I don't know. It's just me. Like the sheer exhaustion. I used to wake up and I'd just be like, did I sleep? You know? Right, so on that side, I got rid of that one. So now I know what I'm doing a bit. There we are. And then we'll decorate these bad boys. Oh, Janine, oh, thank you, God, you're gonna have me crying in a minute. Like, seriously. Yeah, I am really trying to put some effort in to making the lives good again. Right, like I say, my energy levels are getting back up now, so it won't be long before I'm the normal live, like slightly mad version of myself. Right, so that side I did around the 3T, and we kept those two and got rid of the ones around the bottom. There we are. So we kept the two around the 3T. Are you making a 3D wreath? I am going to be putting 3 wreaths on the front of this card. So I don't think you were here for the start. So what I did is I've got my slimline card, and I've got my matte layer, and then I went over this bit in the middle with some darker green ink that's metallic to give it a nice lovely shine. And how it's going to be is we're going to have Snoopy in the middle, and we're going to have a wreath behind and a wreath behind. But I need to apparently I need to finish fussy cutting. I'm not usually a big fan of the fussy cutting, but I've gotten better at it over the last few, well, months, I think. Yep, that one and that one. We cut that one off. And then cut that one off. Just going to cut that bit off because it's really annoying. Okay, I'm in the background again. The dogs are going nuts. My husband is home. Oh no. It's always when Daddy gets home that the puppies go mad. Been there. God bless them. Right. Right, okay, so we just go along the line with that one, that's fine. Right, I'm just going to cut that bit off because it's getting up in my way. And then it's just, I'm just going to line that up, so I'm going to cut everything, and then that one's going to and again, my fussy cutting is a bit mad. I've gotten my first set of Lisa metallic ink stamp. Yes! It's neat how the glitter works. That's some crafty magic. It is really good crafty magic. I'm going to take you in the car with me as my kids have texted asking me to pick them up from their dads if I lose. Oh, thank you, Angela. I hope you have a safe journey. I'm going to try and speed up this bit of I know it's usually like more haste, less speed, but Get rid of that bit. So if I match that up, that should match up. Yeah, it matches up precisely. Excellent. I'm so sorry that this is taking so long. There we go. Hooray! No more fussy cutting. It is done. Yes, Delise, are you still here? Delise! Right. Let's have a look at these inks, because I'm still going to need... Oh, I've still got those down, but I do want a darker red. I'm hoping that I've got a darker red. See, I made this swatch book not so long ago. Oh, Crimson Cheer. Do I not have Crimson Cheer? Ah, it's there, that's why. Right, okay, we'll get Crimson Cheer. Crimson Cheer. That's a nice red. We like that red. And on these wreaths, put water over there, I did. I have not seen your swatch book, Deborah. I would love to see your swatch book. I love a swatch book. Because I don't have a problem. Let's put a bit more extra water down. So these sweeties are going to be red. And then what I'll do is make the smaller sweeties green on this one. Put down some more ink. Just tidy that up a little bit. There we are. All nice and tidy. Oh, you used stamps and coloured them. Oh my god. That sounds fun. Because I'm not a lunatic. There we are. And those ones in the centre are going to be little green sweeties. Clean out the brush. And And these outer sweeties are going to be blue. Get rid of that. I've just had if you had just the bow stamp multiple times and have it. Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea. I don't know if I could do that because, you know, I'm going a bit fruity loopy as it is with what I'm doing. And I didn't even really need to wipe all of that ink away because I could have used it for doing the other wreath, because I'm going to do both wreaths. I'm going to do both wreaths the same. And there we are. My fussy cutting is not fantastic, I'm going to say, but you know what, actually, I think we're going to turn that round. We're going to have it that way. So it's going to look a little something like that. Once it's done, let's clean that up. Clean the brush out as best as we can. There we are. That is some very inky ink. I'm not going to lie. Very, very inky ink. I don't think I'm buffering because it's not saying I've got any dropped frames. Is anybody else experiencing buffering at all, guys? I think my computer is getting a bit upset. I will try to hasten. I am hastening. That's the one good thing I can do, is watercolour quickly. That is the one thing I know I can do. No worries, Delise. You go and enjoy your dinner and have a great time with hubby. Thank you so much for popping in, my lovely. What colour did I do the inside sweeties on that? It was with the green as well, wasn't it? That's fabulous. I know what I'm doing. are. Put that down. Let's get to watercolouring, girls. There we are. Oh, good golly, Miss Molly. Right, okay. I think I went a bit overboard with the green. And in another universe where I fussy cut loads, this is going to look a hell of a lot better. There we are. And that is our wreaths done. So let's set to start building up the card. So everything I've actually used to make this card is a Lisa Horton product except for the stamps, because, you know, they're not hers, unfortunately. But I wish they were. I think it would be brilliant if she brought out like all the old cartoony stamps and stuff. But let's start building up this card front. Now I am going to put these wreaths up on foam tape. I just need some scissors to trim that bit off. Because if it doesn't work, I make it work. I'm going to position that about there. Try and position them in places where they're not going to show up. And they're not going to... There we are. Then once we've built the card, all we need to do is pop on a sentiment and we'll be done. Okie dokie. I don't normally do it this way round, but this time I'm going to, because I'm mad. This could go horribly wrong, but it could also go horribly right. There we are. Let's just remove those bits off of there. Right, okay, we're going to do that. I'm going to get out my rocker block because that's the quickest and easiest way of doing it. Uh-oh, did it fix itself? I think so. Oh, good. Oh, thank goodness it's fixed itself. Brilliant. Oh, that takes a lot of pressure. Well, there we go. We're going to try some fussy cutting again. This is where it's all going to go wrong, I tell you. Oh, holy fig moly, that actually went better than I thought. It just needs a little bit of tidying. Crafty Chimp, that is correct. It is the set that came with the magazine this month. And there we go. A gift for you card. And I can tell you the camera is not doing any justice for the shimmer on this background because it is amazing. So, that wraps things up for just now, I think. I need to find the card that we made earlier on because everybody's going to want to see it, aren't they? So, this evening we have made two lovely cards. We made this lovely sparkly little number with the Lisa Horton Snow Flake die set that she released for Spellbinders, and the Spellbinder and the same with the sentiments there that she released through Spellbinders as well, which is a foil and press plate. And then we pulled out the stamps from the Creative Stamping Magazine issue 164, and we made this lovely little DL card with lots of fussy cutting. So I just want to take the opportunity to say a massive thank you to every single one of you for being here. I really appreciate absolutely every single one of you. And for sharing and for liking and doing the YouTube things that will get me back out there, and hopefully we'll have more people join us and there'll be more friends in the chat and we can all have a wonderful time together. So yeah, from me, I hope you all have a wonderful evening, morning, day, wherever you are in the world. I will catch you on the next one, which is probably going to be on Monday, because it's my last day off before I go back to work. So I will see you all then. Bye bye for now, everybody. Bye bye. Bye.